Hey, I'm Greg Pelican. I'm the marketing manager for Trek Bicycle Stores of Florida. We're out for a ride this morning. We're at Barefoot Beach, and I'm lucky to have two of the best triathletes on the Segafredo Tri team. They're fun to ride with. We have Sue Fleming. Sue is also the Trek Naples store manager, so a very tri-friendly store. And then we have Karen Tamson. And Karen is not only a coach, she helps a lot of local athletes, but she won Ironman Texas in her age group, and for the second year in a row she will be going to Ironman Kona, which is the world championships, and that's what everyone's striving to do. If you're a triathlete, go to Kona.
Yay, Karen.
Thank you.
So part of that process is she wanted to build the bike of her dreams, and we helped do that, and I think it's a really good story. So Karen, what were you riding before?
It was a Cervelo P2.
Yeah, and as part of the fitting process, I looked at her on her P2, and one of the things I noticed immediately was that your seat was too high, and actually the bike was a little bit large for you. Mm-hmm. So we made some changes to that bike, we tested it out, and we used that position to build your new custom Project One. So Sue, why don't you talk a little bit about Project One and Trek and Karen's new bike?
Sure. So Trek has this great, I guess, tool called Project One. We can pretty much customize any bike that the customer wants, right down to the color, size, wheel, seat, and whatnot. So Karen obviously chose her color scheme, which is the fun part of it. And then once Greg does the fit measurements, we can really customize what we need to put on the bike to build it up to her specifications. So you can pick your seat height, your fore and aft there, your crank lengths. And I think you ended up going with a shorter crank length than you were originally using. Yep. Mm-hmm. You can pick your handlebar width, your aero bars. She dialed in a nice set of wheels on her bike as well. And the nice thing is you get to pick your component group. You chose the new Axis, which has just come out, so there really aren't a lot of bikes being built with that as of yet.
So the SRAM group Axis has 12-speed drivetrain, which is the first 12 speeds, so you can have a better gear selection, and it's also totally electronic.
Yes.
Did you like that electronic aspect?
I loved it. That was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
The nice thing too, which riding in Florida, which we have noticed a little bit with, it's called ETAP, which is all Bluetooth. We've had a couple people come in because we sweat here and it's 1,000,000 degrees, that some of the cables will get corroded, but with Axis there is none of that cabling, so it actually is I think much friendlier in the technical side of things to keep your bike maintained and to pack it up and ship it to Kona too.
That's a good point. So one of the things as a coach, I know we're all like looking at power of your athletes and of yourself, and when we're riding, we're looking at it. So you used to have I think a Power Tap hub, and now with SRAM Power, you have the power coming from the crank itself. And did you notice a difference, or does that give you any better information than what you had before?
Yeah, actually it gives me the right and left side, so that was very important information for me that I needed to know, because I did realize that I was pushing a lot more power on my left side versus my right side, and I never ever would have guessed that before. I thought if anything I was probably pushing more power on my right side.
Yeah, and that's the fantastic thing about this new technology, and really that's what we're talking about, an upgrade in technology as well as position and fitting. So that's fantastic. So how do you feel on the bike as you're riding? How does it feel compared to your other bike?
Yeah, it's just a really smooth ride. It's got really good shock absorption, so when I hit a bump I just like flow right through it. It doesn't give me those shock waves like it used to before, so I can just ride very smoothly. And the fit is perfect. I just feel like I can stay in those aero bars very comfortable for a long period of time.
That's awesome. So I know the two of you rode a big training ride last week. Sue, how long was that ride?
We rode 105 miles. I think we did it just under 5 hours. So yeah, we did a really good
Oh my
ride.
goodness. So what was your
Yeah.
average speed?
21 and change. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard some wattage numbers which were pretty impressive. So what was your wattage to do 21 miles an hour?
Yeah, my average was 124.
So the fantastic thing about it is everyone wants to have like more wattage. Oh, I averaged 200 watts or whatever. But in your case, it's a question of you are so efficient that you could go 21 miles an hour all day and only use 124 watts. So that's a fantastic thing. Now, how does that compare to, say, your other bike in similar conditions?
Yeah, so the same thing where if I was pushing that same power on my other bike, I would not be going as fast.
Yeah. So what do you think, 15, 20 watts difference?
Yeah, I would say about that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for representing Trek,
Oh, thank you.
the Segafredo Trek Tri-Team,
Thank
and we
you.
wish you all the luck in
Oh,
Kona.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sue.
Oh, you're welcome.